It's actually really cool being up on top of the trailer because I can see so far. I can see so much more from up above all the trees. It's very cool. You can check out my camp here. The truck's parked right here. I got a little panel down here charging my battery. I got my chair there. I got my equipment out here. I got my 2 new solar panels. I got all the gear to install it. Got some caulking, my caulking gun there, kind of under the shade. I don't want it to dry out. And my trash bucket. My ladder is working awesome. It's pretty nice. You can see I got 2 panels up here right now. And what I'm going to install today is these same panels. I got a super good deal on these on Amazon. If you guys want to check it out, click down in the description below or in the pinned comment. I'll have links to all this stuff. So I was able to get 2 of these plus all the cabling plus a charge controller, a whole kit to install. I really only need the 2 panels and a little bit of the cabling. And it also comes with the brackets to mount to your roof. Right down there, it's brand new. It's 140 bucks shipped for all of that. It's an awesome deal. So please check out my links because it does help us a little bit. We're not sponsored by them, but we have an Amazon affiliate account and that helps us out a little bit. It's going to be a little awkward to film while I work on this stuff. But I want to show you guys like my thought process. And don't do what I do. But you'll probably get some ideas. You can see I got a lot of real estate up here. I got a lot of spots I can put the panels, but I need to keep in mind, when I get up on the ladder that I have a little bit of room to walk around and like a little pathway between all the other like hatches and vents. I got this fridge vent up here, these little vents, and of course the air conditioner, which it does cast a shadow. You can see there's a shadow already here, and eventually that shadow will come over. So if I put a panel right here, which I may end up doing, I haven't decided exactly where they're going to go, but I'm wiring the panels in parallel. These 2, I'm pretty sure they're already wired in parallel from what I can remember. And what that does is if one panel gets shaded, the others still give you full power. If you wire them in series, if one gets shaded, then it really affects the power output. In fact, I think it's not really usable if you get shade on one of the panels. But look into that when you're installing, if you want to install in parallel or series. It's going to be different for every kind of application. You see Mr. Echo down there? There he is. And I don't see Dodger around, but I'm pretty sure he's under the trailer right now. So it's not super stable up here, but as long as I stay squatted down, then I feel pretty safe. You don't want to jump around up here. Certain trailers aren't really made to walk around on. They say like if you don't have a ladder permanently installed on your rig when you buy it, then they're not really made for walking around on. And you can see I got an auxiliary ladder here. This is a little harder than I was anticipating. It kind of always ends up that way. I got a couple things going on. See, I wanted to paint the roof, but that roofing material, it's like this rubber paint that you paint on there. It's a little expensive. And I have these panels floating around in my truck, and I'm just like, oh, they're so annoying. So I really want to get them mounted up here. And so I'm thinking, well, I could drive around with the panels in the truck until I can get the painting done, which, you have to have a few days of no wind, basically, because also it gets sandy and dusty up there, and I can't do it in the wind anyway. So today we got like 2 days of no wind. Well, that's why I'm doing the solar panels. And it may be the wrong decision, but it's just you kind of have to make a decision and just go with it. So I got this right now, so I'm going to install these. And then the problem is, once they're mounted onto the roof, it's kind of almost a permanent mount in a sense. I'll show you what I got going on up on the roof right now with the original panels that I have on there, the ones that I originally installed. Because what you do is you mount these brackets to the panels, and they're just attached with one bolt back here. Now, once that bolt is on there, the only way, once this bracket is mounted to the roof, then you can't access this bolt and then like lift the panel off and leave the brackets attached to the roof and then paint it. It doesn't work that way. You have to take these bolts out, these two bolts out here, and completely remove the panel. I'll show you. Let's go up and I'll show you. So you can see what I got going on up here. See, I had to remove this whole panel, and you'd think like, oh, it's just a couple bolts that you pull out, but once you install these brackets, then you put this self-leveling caulking on here. It's called lap sealant, and that keeps any water from getting into the screw holes. And so you can see how I had it down here, so I had to pry this out and unpeel it. So I'll have to redo all that. It's not that big of a deal in a sense, but for example, like these are gonna all be, when I get all four panels up here, they're gonna be screwed in to the roof, and then I gotta put the lap sealant on, so when it does rain, no water gets into the roof. And then when I finally decide, oh, I wanna repaint the roof, I gotta scrape all that off. 8 bolts per panel have to come out of the roof. And then you can remove the panels, and you can see under here I got some cleaning to do under the panels. That's not a big deal. You just kind of wipe that down with, I think you use acetone or something like that. I have it in the trailer. And then I can paint the roof. The thing is, here's what I'm thinking, is that I don't have any leaks in the roof. So I think as far as painting the roof, I can give that some time. I don't have to do that right now. It's not really that urgent. Having the panels in the pickup truck is a pain in the butt. So that's kind of what's most urgent right now. So I'm just going to accomplish that. And then eventually I'll have to remove all 4 panels and then paint the roof, let that dry. Then I can mount the panels back on and recalc them and everything. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get both panels up here, and I'm going to plug them in to my system, how I have it plugged in here, and then we'll go downstairs and check and see if we're getting a lot more power, and I think we will be. We should be. I mean, that's the whole point. So I got 3 panels up here, and then I'm going to have to figure out where to arrange them. There's one thing about these panels, you can see the cables down there, they're fairly short. And so if I don't want to make some cables, like some longer cables, then I have to figure out a way to arrange the panels so they're fairly close together. It's kind of like a little puzzle that I got to do, just so they're connected in the easiest way possible. And man, every time I keep having to bring tools up here. It's so crazy. You think you bring everything up, you got everything ready, but nope. It's always one little thing, this little thing. But man, it's quiet out here. It's nice. I can take a nap anytime I want, which I think I'm going to do. Do I look defeated? I should, because I totally am. It didn't work out. It turns out I got these M4 connectors that came in the kit, and I thought, you know, it's hard to figure out. It's like, oh, how do these all connect together? It comes with these, but I guess it's only, you can only put 2 in, and then I can plug this into the other connector that's up there like this, and then I can get 3 in, but I can't get 4 in. So I think I need something that looks like this, but it has 4 of these tips on the end and 1 on this end here. Does that make sense? And I need male and female, you know, opposites. So I put everything away, and now I'm gonna have to reassess. Such a bummer. But it's like, oh, there's this order of procedures you gotta think about. Let's take the dogs out for a little walk real quick. Come on, Echo. You guys have been patient. Come on, let's go for a walk. Yeah, you're free. Come on, Dodge. Because, you know, like I was saying, I really want to paint the roof. So now it's possible, you know, I could probably get those connectors, whatever connectors I need. I'm not sure if that's how it works. You get a 4 to 1 or what, but I could probably get those in town. I went into the solar shop. There's Solar Bills, and then there's a couple solar shops, and then there's also a solar booth up in Quartzsite in the show area. Yeah, this might be boring for you guys, but this is just how I'm thinking. You know, I'm trying to figure this all out. It's like, you know, problem solving up in my head, which I probably shouldn't be recording because it's probably super boring. Eventually, it's going to be awesome. The system's going to be awesome. So now it's like, well, since I have that one panel off, I haven't installed any of the 2 new panels. Maybe I can get that roof coating and then do the roof painting, let that dry, and then mount the panels on top of that once I get the proper connectors. The roof coating is $300, and that's a lot. It's a good coating though. I mean, it'll make the roof of the trailer last for a lot longer, that's a really good thing. Echo's a good boy. You were very patient while I was up there. So was Dodger. He was pretty much under the trailer the whole time. Well, so this is like a big fail on my part. I got all that stuff up there, and now I got to take the ladder down. You found a stick? You got a stick? You got a stick? You just picked up a random stick, start chewing? Well, someone's been chewing this stick, actually. Wonder if that was you earlier. You know, I started out this video saying, don't do what I do. It's just, you know what here's the big thing. Here's what it is this is the most frustrating part for me, is that I have too much gear and too much equipment. I was going through my tools. I was like, oh, I have this one wrench that I need. And I have 3 toolboxes. You know, I got 2 in the truck and I got 1 in the trailer. And that's most of my tools. And it's like, I don't really need that many toolboxes. I guess I should have 2, because I do need 1 in the truck and 1 in the trailer. But you just kind of accumulate stuff, and as soon as you get rid of it, then it's like, oh, I needed that. And when you're living this lifestyle on your own, it's just really nice to have that stuff with you, you know, because then I can be out in the woods or in the desert or wherever I am camped at, and have pretty much everything I need. But I have some big chunky stuff that I kind of need to get rid of. And so it's kind of, that's why I'm like dealing with these panels. I'm like, I need to get these panels installed, because every time I put the dogs in the truck, I have to get the panels out of the truck and put them in the trailer. And then when I get back to camp, then I got to take them out of the trailer, put them back into the truck, because the panels are really big. You know, I can't fit the dogs in the truck with the panels in there. So I'm trying to prioritize getting those installed and out of my hair. And the tires, I need tires for the truck. So we're gonna go do that. That's gonna be probably coming up here. You're gonna see me take the dogs for a road trip with just the truck, not the trailer. And we're gonna get tires. That should go really well. But I have to do all this research to find out what tires I need. I'm kind of getting used to, you know, the easy life out here, where it's like, oh, it's just desert and nature, and you can just kind of camp in one spot, and it's super relaxing. And then when these things come up where it's like, oh, I have to fix it, and I have to get this, I have to schedule this, I have to look this up and research this and figure this out, learn this new, you know, new technique or new installation procedure, then I feel a little overwhelmed. I mean, the big picture though, it's like, it's nothing, man. It's super easy. I got those panels for super cheap. It's really all good. We got an awesome campsite. It's super quiet here. We can hike out here for miles, me and Echo. Where is he? There he is. And we're happy. We are happy. Kind of a letdown for you guys. I don't know, maybe it's a little drama. It's like, oh, he started out doing this big project and he didn't even do anything. He just ended up uninstalling his solar panel. So it's kind of something fun for you guys to laugh at and learn like what not to do. Hit that like button, you guys, or hit the dislike button, whatever. Just let me know that you're watching. The dogs and I like to know you're watching. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for subscribing.